All right, ladies and gentlemen, so Star Wars Celebration has come and gone. It is over, it is done, and it was not uneventful. We got a lot of information and a lot of news, and I did do a live stream about the new movies coming out. I'm going to leave a link to that live stream down below if you guys want to check out the full stream, but we did get some clarifications on some stuff. I was initially very confused about this. I thought that they were announcing episodes 10, 11, and 12 when they announced the new Rey Skywalker movie, but it turns out that doesn't seem to be the case. It just seems to be one movie for Rey. But I would not be surprised if this one movie is successful, that they end up, going around and, creating a trilogy out of it, adding 2 more films, creating some sequels. Don't be surprised if that happens. If the new Rey movie turns out to be good, if it turns out to be great, if it gets a lot of good reception, do not be surprised if they go and decide to make 2 more movies out of that and create a new trilogy. That would not surprise me at all. But for now, it's just one movie, so there is some clarification on that. It's not episodes 10, 11, and 12. It's just one Rey Skywalker movie. And to be honest with you, I think you could probably look at this film as being kind of like an epilogue to the Skywalker saga. So episode 10, but not really episode 10, more like an epilogue. So this movie, focusing on Rey, is supposed to focus on her efforts to rebuild the Jedi Order. It takes place 15 years after the rise of Skywalker, so 15 years after the war with the First Order and the Sith Eternal. And it's going to focus on, presumably, what is now Grandmaster Rey, rebuilding the Jedi Order. Which means there's a chance that we could see Broom Boy, assuming that Grogu survives everything going on with the Mandoverse. Grogu at this point could join Rey's Jedi Order. We could see a lot of cameos here. I don't know if Ahsoka would still be alive at this point, to be honest with you. I forget the lifespan of a Togrutan, and I think they live about as long as humans, though. I think their lifespan is comparative to humans, so I'm not sure if Ahsoka would be in this movie. Assuming she survives everything in the Mandoverse, which would bring up the question as to why she wasn't in the sequel trilogy. But if she is in this movie, she would be very, very old, if she hasn't already passed at this point. So who knows? But this movie is very divisive, of course. This movie, has a lot of fans just, basically giving up hope for Star Wars. And I can understand that, but, I'm the type of guy that I don't want to judge anything preemptively. Look, do I think this is going to be a good film? As long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't want to get my hopes up again. I don't want to go into... Because, man, listen, The Last Jedi was so terrible. It was so bad that, when Episode 9 was announced, I was like, well, maybe they're going to find a way to somehow course correct, and they're gonna, the middle chapter was bad. The beginning chapter, The Force Awakens, is pretty good. The middle chapter was bad. Maybe they're gonna find a way to somehow salvage this. It's not gonna be the perfect ending I wanted, but maybe they're gonna salvage this with Episode 9. And that just didn't happen. I go back and forth over which one I dislike more, Episode 9 or Episode 8. But I don't want to go into this movie getting my hopes up just to be disappointed again. I don't want to do that. I mean, that's kind of an abusive relationship when it comes to Disney. But I was thinking over the weekend, about what this film could represent. And there actually could be, and again, this is probably a stretch, but there actually could be some reason to have hope here. And again, I'm not going to prejudge the movie till it's out. I'm not going to prejudge the movie until it's out. I don't think that's fair. I'm not going to do that. A lot of people, they're already saying, this movie's dead. It's dead in the water. I'm not going to do that. But, I was thinking over the weekend, I was like, you know what? I think there may be some small glimmer of hope here. And this idea came to mind, as I was thinking about Easter, and as I was thinking about new beginnings, and as I was thinking about redemption. And I'm like, wait a minute, what if this movie is a redemption for Star Wars? What if this is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, what if this is the apology that we've all been waiting for? And what I mean by that is, what if they're coming out with this movie to serve as an epilogue to the Skywalker saga? And in this movie, they're going to try to retroactively fix the sequel trilogy. You know, they're going to make Rey into a better character because it is 15 years after the rise of Skywalker. She should have a lot of training at this point. She should actually have a reason to be so powerful at this point. So maybe this is their way of kind of retroactively trying to fix the sequels and in a way apologize to the fans for how divisive the sequels were, how bad the sequels were. You know, maybe there's actually going to be something from Anakin in this. You know, maybe Anakin's ghost is going to show up and he's going to somehow recontextualize the Chosen One prophecy in a way that's going to make it feel more in line with George Lucas's original vision. You know, maybe Anakin's going to show up and he's going to explain, you know, like, oh, this is what the prophecy actually means. You know, a new way of thinking about the prophecy that's going to make us go, okay, you know what, that's kind of satisfying. It's not exactly what I wanted. It wasn't, you know, Anakin giving the beat down to Palpatine and the Sith like I wanted it to be. But, you know, maybe we're going to rework this thing and make it a little better instead of just completely ignoring Anakin Skywalker altogether. And ignoring the prophecy of the Chosen One. Maybe Anakin's going to show up as a ghost and recontextualize everything. Maybe Anakin is the one that helps Rey build a new Jedi Order, and through doing that, he creates balance. Maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe Anakin's going to be Rey's teacher, and that's what's going to happen. Possibly. Maybe they're going to say that Anakin was actually there all along with Rey when she defeated Palpatine. I don't know. Is it perfect? No. Is it trying to put a very expensive Voss together again with Band-Aids? Yes, but at this point, I'll take anything. And doing that may be their way of apologizing for how badly they messed up the sequel trilogy. Or maybe I'm getting my hopes up. But I want this film to be good. I don't go talking about Star Wars wanting everything to be bad. I don't go talking about Star Wars wanting it all to just be, you know, utter crap. I don't. You know, like, I want this stuff to be good. I want Star Wars to be good. I want Star Wars to be fantastic. I hope that I go into this movie and it's the best damn Star Wars movie ever made. I would love for that to be the case, all right? And all of a sudden I come out and I'm like, you know what? Rey's not that bad of a character, you know? And, you know, oh, well, now everything kind of fits in with George's original vision, you know? I would love for that to be the case. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but what if it is? What if this is the apology we've been waiting for? What if this is the movie that tries to fix things in a very imperfect way, in a very flawed way, but still is an attempt to try and fix things and try and mend the divide of the Star Wars fandom? That would be really smart, to try and mend the divide between the people that actually do like the sequels and the people that think that Disney has killed Star Wars. I would love for that to be the case. Is that going to be the case? I have my doubts. But tell me your thoughts on this down in the comments section down below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. Do you think that this new movie, this Rey Skywalker movie, this new Jedi Order movie, do you think this could be the apology that we've been waiting for? Do you think this could be the movie that ends up, you know, retroactively trying to fix what the sequels messed up? What do you guys think about this? And if this movie is successful, do you think we could get a whole trilogy taking place after the Skywalker saga? Or is this movie just, you know, dead on arrival for you? Do you just not care at this point? Are you apathetic to Star Wars? Do you think Star Wars really is dead? Do you just not care at this point? Are you just apathetic to it? You know, let me know that too in the comments section down below. I personally want to have hope. I want this to be a good movie, but, you know, history is history, and history doesn't speak kindly on Kathleen Kennedy and, you know, Star Wars under Disney. But yeah, tell me your thoughts on this movie, on this announcement. You know, there was some things out of Star Wars Celebration that I really, really liked. Some things that I was just like, no, man. Looking at you, Acolyte. I'm looking at you. But yeah, that being said, also, if you want to, I have a Patreon, I have a Cash App, I have a Venmo, I have a PayPal. If you want to support the channel financially, if you become a patron on Patreon for only $3 a month, you guys get early access to certain videos over there. I have some new videos uploaded over on Patreon. They are going to go public this week, but you get early access to videos if you become a patron on Patreon. And of course, if you can't do that, you can support the channel by subscribing. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. All right, so that being said, and check out my other channels and other social media down in the description box below. All right, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. This is JeskerJames with a Z, signing off.